Or do we just send a Medusa safe and pick up another hero? So it's always the advantage of having that last pick. And beginning, what do they need? I feel like they need something classic like a co-op. Puck is still in the pool. Never mind, it's been banned out in first phase. Something like that to provide a little bit of extra magical burst, because they have a lot of control between the heroes, but they're lacking this kill potential. Shadow Fiend would also come to mind, can also benefit greatly from the Bloodlust. Something that they've also kinda lacking, apart from the Anti-Mage. Hey. Venomods, have you guys read the patch notes? Because that hero's bad now. At least that's the consent. But, I believe it's here that you want to run the Medusa against. Geek fan maybe now regretting that they banned out the sniper. Okay. What do you do against that now? Maybe just Viper, honestly. Counter cancer with cancer, essentially. Poison with poison. Wouldn't actually be so bad. Like, corrosive skin, extremely useful against what NewBegin have for the most part. Break, could be useful against the anti-mage just to get that extra bit of magic damage. This is the Queen of Pain, alright. Also late dominating hero up against the Venomancer. Unless NewBegin you want to mix things up quite a bit. And it's not a Venom mid, which I do not believe is possible in this draft. Yeah, Yamate picking it up. Okay. NewBegin, pull out the Venomancer. We're really not sure about this. Really not sure. It's a lot of damage, yes, but it's damage over time. They have a lot of that already with Disruptor Ogre Magi, but they don't have too much saving potential. They don't have a lot of sustain just on in terms of the heroes. As with the Queen of Pain, with the Clockwork, Geek Fam, and even the Tiny for that matter, they have a lot of ways to just go in, blow up one or two heroes, and then go from there. And that's the point. NewBegin. Sure, you could still throw out your spells. Maybe you bring people low, but can you still win a fight with that? I do not believe so. That being said, though, with the Night Stalker on the field, at the very least, you have the potential to just take over the early game to a point where that doesn't really matter. We can just brawl the entire time, essentially, and leverage that the damage over time early on. Try and buy enough time for the anti-mage to get big. And with the Queen of Pain, that's one thing that doesn't, one hero doesn't really provide you with too much up against anti-mage unless you go for a quick sacrifice or something like that. Alright. Game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, Geek Fam versus NewBegin. The upper bracket match here in the Galaxy Battles SCA qualifiers. My name is Dragon Job, happy to bring you this game. And here's to see whether we'll see any early action here this time around. Play how to say, does have a war doesn't up to throw it down just yet. Just see ferocious here. Right, so putting him in safe lane. Is that what's happening? Oh yeah, they switched Yamate on the anti-mage now, so mid AM. I do not believe that to be amazing in this game. Gimbal is going to be the safe lane Medusa. It is that mid co-op. You have to expect that. Like a 2 for 2 rune exchange, pretty standard. And I mean, alright, so it's not a 1v1, right? It's a 2v2 in mid for the most part. So if NJ is spending some time, who's it going to be matched up with Ollie? It's also pretty decent on the silencer actually. It's just harassment with the Arcane Curse in lane. Even just Glaives of Wisdom, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of NewBegin's strategy here, to be quite honest with you. Venomancer just dies, and Image at least doesn't die. Maybe that's the idea. It's actually Ling who's taken over this role for the first couple of minutes. But look at him already. Supposed to be tanky, but it's already down to half health just with one round of spells and a couple of right clicks. Yeah, so I'm gonna exchange some spells. On Silent Head's level 2, you have to use this Arcane Curse to work with, probably. Scambler actually alone in the off lane. Not what I expected. Play hard also already. Quite a bit of harassment damage himself. Doesn't want to eat for all the tango, so it goes back to base. Leaving Scambler alone there, which means March actually in a safe lane position here on this Tiny. So a little bit more priority towards him. Which can backfire as well, but I think the idea behind it is to just make sure, alright, Tiny, you're gonna have an impact earlier on with these levels and that farm, while Medusa, well, you can always catch back up later. There's some really good farming mechanisms here with the new split shot and whatnot. I think that's the idea behind that, just have the Medusa as more of a late game insurance rather than trying to get her up to crazy amounts of net worth early on. If you're looking to match an anti-mage, probably working out in that sense. I don't know. Well, Boone will not be there. What? Okay. My bad, guys. I did not expect him to die right there, but yeah, okay. Looked like he was greedy for the rune and took a little bit too much damage, glimpse back. Expecting something to happen in mid, but as long as Yamate holds onto the blink, he should be fine. Same for Chuan, obviously. Top lane, March on a little bit more pressure now. He's been up against offlane Night Stalker for the longest time, so one thing that this does is also make sure that a Night Stalker has a lot more love. What? Okay, that was a little creep, didn't I? Wait, no in-game audio? Oh shit, I just noticed that too. How is that a possibility? Hang on, guys. That is really odd. Okay, hang on a second. Did I re-add that audio? Okay. It's another kill because of it. Alright. We should have in-game audio now. Sorry guys, I do not know why that was a thing. I don't know. Kinda like OBS Studio, but using it for a second time today now, and apparently it has some kinks of its own. It worked fine, just fine yesterday with all the audio settings, but hey. Apparently it didn't carry that to today for some reason. Yamate actually kind of winning mid lane. Not necessarily winning. He's falling behind was nice, but keeping up terms of last hits at the very least. So, which is kind of impressive, but he's level 3. I wouldn't be too surprised to see him max out the spell shield a little more, like 1 or 2 more points into it, just to be able to withstand that Shadow Strike spam a little bit better. Same time as Medusa down bottom, also not having the worst time either. Matching with Ferocious COs, kind of being left alone top lane. Alright. Another follow-up stun onto Tiny, just looking to try and bring him down. Toss back onto the towers, all these TPs in. With the Avalanche, maybe they can make a trade happen here, but Night Stalker pretty damn tanky. Is he tanky enough? Arcane Curse taking him out, but not enough. Ooh, so close. That region helping him out quite a bit there. Could have been something, but yeah, Night Stalker with this amount of early levels at nighttime, always gonna be very hard to deal with. Okay. Ferocious here down bottom. Okay, so again, one of the reasons why Medusa is doing quite well here is that Venomancer is kind of being left alone. Not necessarily a situation that he's not used to. So it's alright for him. He's still gonna get his levels, and we should be able to manage to secure a few CS here and there. And levels are the most important part of this hero anyway. Lando again. NJ and Ling. Thinking about setting up for something onto Chuan, but not sure if he can actually grab the kill unless he falls out of Blink. Maybe with the Disruptor, but yeah, level 3 can get that secondary point into the glimpse, have the extra range available. But Blink range still pretty damn far on the Queen of Pain, so it's still unlikely that's gonna be enough. Rosh is here down bottom, play hard. We'll find him inside the cars, so that'll work out. We'll try to find an impact. The first kill for him in this game. 6 minutes in, so not exactly the best scoreline just yet. He is level 4. Still has some catching up to do as far as 4 positions go. But apart from this Venomancer down bottom, he doesn't have a lot of good lanes to gank. Nightstalker up top at this point. During nighttime is not pretty much impossible. He can always fly out of the cogs. Tank enough to not really care about the bit of damage that he can do in the meantime. So, the one that he can go on is Ferocious here down bottom. He's been playing very defensively. Into max out the ward and spending those out. At this point, they become impossible to deal with, right? By the time you bring one down, another one pops up and gonna take a lot of damage in return. Well, Geek fam, they respond to that. Say, hey Medusa, can you farm the jungle? Sure, why not? Clockwork, and we'll just soak some experience here, but gonna have to abandon this bottom lane in terms of trying to put on pressure. Again, just happy to farm up on the Queen of Pain as well as the Tiny up top. But speaking of Queen of Pain, NJ does have the silence available, but Yuan, pretty good positioning here. He's keeping to the right hand side because he knows that with an offlane Nightstalker, you see him missing a lane. Okay, diving down bottom, play hard actually. Gonna die hard here. Does find Ling inside the car, so it'll be the trade, especially with the snake bouncing through. Almost worth it here with a kill for the Medusa, honestly. If it was a kill for the Medusa, but it's actually play hard, still gets that with I don't know what, honestly. I don't know. I don't know how he gets the kill. Not damage over time or anything. But yeah. Guess the big story is still gonna be this Tiny on top of the Queen of Pain, who both of them have had a pretty decent time. Sure, March died once, but sitting very high in the net worth chart, and in fact top of the net worth chart, despite not having the highest CS. So just the nature of having Nightstalker in the offlane. Eventually, he's gonna have to want to. He'll want to roam around at nighttime, regardless of whether he's offlane or whether he's the 4 position. So you're gonna have that extra free space. Bottom lane, play hard. Well, it's not giving up. I'll give him this that much. Ferocious here. Does have 15 stick charges to work with here. Does throw it out. March also making rotation to try and make that a little bit easier, and they will secure the kill with it. Geek fam might still lose the Clockwork player here. A lot of damage over time on him. Venom scale on level 1 though, I believe, and yeah, will not be enough. Not the big manly build, where you just max out the poison sting as well as the venom scale. So as long as you can get away from the wards, you should be all fine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ollie taken over top with March rotating out. He might get gone on though. Ling wrapping around. And yeah, I pop him the nighttime ultimate for that. Slowing him down, trying to make it to the tree line, but can't quite make that work with the extra flying vision. Very straightforward kill. No counter rotations here. Chuhan actually committing a hard for this rune. Yama taking quite a bit of mana drain, and he did put that second point in the spell shield, still maxing out the mana break afterwards. Then eventually the blink. Kind of been static farming this middle lane too, and very successful. didn't necessarily expect that, to be quite honest. I mean, I was expecting some more rotations from a Clockwork towards the middle lane, perhaps. Try and at least zone him out, even if you can't kill him. But as a result, Yamate is actually sitting at 4.2k net worth himself.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
The level behind the Queen of Pain. Also because he's had a lot of help himself in this middle lane, so it's still gonna be a while until he's gonna be impactful, but same can be said about the Medusa. Top tier 1 has been taken down by Ferocious Seer. Of course, Catapult also helping out quite a bit. Now Medusa will be able to take that over. Can't really give too much space to the Venomancer like that. I mean, if you leave him to his own devices, he will bully down tower after tower. Move from lane to lane, but for now, bullying. Hotshot will be committed here onto the Anti-Mage. Follow-up control. Do they have enough here? They do indeed. +2 for Ollie. Very quick kill with everything, including the kitchen sink. Middle glimpse back on play out. Deep in from Venomancer. Want to try and turn things around a little bit, but a toss again defensively here onto the Queen of Pain. But Ling also coming through. They're still connected with the Gale. Now the Static Storm. Very disruptive here. Chuan still has the blink on the side. They want to continue to fight up a little bit longer. Arcane Curse and 4 heroes. What level is that? Max level. So can it turn into more here? Ollie, can he get that extra kill? No, he cannot. The rest of his team will have to take care of that. March just playing with the Ogre. They do bring down Ferocious here, but if you has gotten the deny off, so now, well, we bring down if you in exchange together with NJ. So, Guns, Gambaloo, March. Let's try call lineup from Geek fam. We'll be able to get a few exchange kills here, and they only lose their support. So overall, still a very good exchange for them indeed, especially considering that the Anti-Mage was the first one to die. A little bit unfortunate though that Ollie didn't stay alive, but just a little bit longer for at least the Venomancer death. He can, or that kill, I should say, so he can get some more intelligence. But hey, what can you do? Big old ancient stack. Medusa has that to look forward to. Almost max out with the split shot, and was already farming up a different ancient stack together with that hard camp at the same time. So, the benefit of having the Medusa, you can start farming up like that much earlier on. That being said though, Yamate not too far away from a Blink Dagger. About 1,000 gold now. Urso's team, they skin ahead, make sure that no one's waiting for them on the high ground. They're smoking up, plopping down wards, looking to gank this poor Silencer, and all 4 heroes around him. They're only showing 3, and that'll be very easy, but Geek fam. Want some more, they can glimpse back Scambaloo to try and isolate March, but hey, look at this, play hard. Coming from side at the same time. March can still throw out an Avatar's combo if he finds a toss target. For now, the only Avalanche quite connecting. Play hard, dropping very low, but not low enough. Even NJ gonna have to do it, but do we want to commit here? Tower shot following, he does get a nuke down. Now the blink in from John, he might pay with his life for it. Or use the fly, does some stick charge to work with. Still pretty damn speedy. With the DD run on Queen of Pain, only 2 points up in the blink though, you cannot actually catch up to him. They're just walking out. Not exactly what Geek fam had in mind there, but well played from NewBegin as well, just making sure that if you didn't commit for the initial kill on the Silencer, just staying in smoke, getting an immediate glimpse out. They still get that secondary kill, not on a March, so we're looking for, but at the very least, the Clockwork. Speaking of Clockwork, it's gonna get brought down again here, silenced and slowed, and right click that. 11 on the Venomancer. Max out Plague Wards, max out Poison Sting, that starts to hurt. Once he maxes out that Venomous Gale as well, it's gonna get even worse now. Well, it's full on Gang Squad, Yamate even joining in onto the silence, and again, Geek fam, they're the ones who are trying to respond to this. It's still nighttime, March kind of being blocked in into this particular direction. And it's Plague Ward, so he's having some issues with that. This is what NewBegin was looking for in their draft, this early pressure play. Look for pickoffs, make Geek fam react to you. and
Radiant's
so
bottom
far it's
tower
been
is
working
under
out.
attack.
And this anti-mage not necessarily as much of a farming anti-mage just yet. So Yamate been joining into some of these fights, 3 assists on his belt. So just now we get some really easy farm down bottom. Or should be easy farm, that is.
Tower is under attack.
To finish up that Battle Fury, and that's the point where you can... It's not contest some of these stacks that they're still there, but I believe all the ancient stacks have been taken care of. Gemlu still ahead on top of his network by about 2k. Once that Battle Fury comes out, maintaining that kind of lead, that'd still be possible just with the split shot.
Worthy tribute.
At the same time, we all know how quickly anti-mage can farm, and Medusa does not have that mobility from a blink to go from camp to camp as the anti-mage does.
Dire's middle tower
That's
is
interesting.
under
Daytime smoke, where they do have the Night
Radiant's
Stalker
top
ultimate
tower
available
is
to
under
work with.
attack.
There it is, Battle Fury completed. I'll just be looking to try and bait out the anti-mage a little bit. There's a lone Medusa here. Geek fam? Yeah, they do not do not get this at all, but TP is coming through. Actually, get that Stone Gates off. Skemlu still very much alive and kicking. Link, very low, gets tossed on by a Snake Lady. Snake Lady, you're just landing on your face, not really healthy. And now ultimate community onto NJ. Juan just tried to run him down, and with a haste rune, this time he can actually do that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So this should be a secondary casualty
Dire's middle
eventually.
tower is
That is.
under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's
I'll
bottom
go
tower
down
is
as
under
well.
attack.
Maxing a toss and 3 grab seems to be the way to go for March at the very least. Low mid, okay. That was a hook shot, alright. Player's gonna die. Glimpse back onto Chuan, does have another blink available. That'll be absolutely fine. So 1-for-1 trade here. I want to say worth it because, well, it's a core Venomancer up against your Clockwork.
Radiant's bottom tower is
But
under
still, this
attack.
tower is just a Venomancer effect. He's been able to set up here for a while. It's down to 250 health points now. And they've yet to claim the tier 1 mid themselves, so Geek fam on the verge of losing that bit of map control. Where's March at? There's something coming on the courier. Shadowblade, alright. This is the point where it becomes interesting. Shadowblade almost maxed Avatar's combo. Unfortunately, that was scouted out immediately under that Radiant Ward. So they know what's coming. Will they still walk into it now? They're expecting it. Up down a sentry in mid. Waiting for him to maybe come up there. But at the same time, also grouping up the smoke. One would think they would smoke. No one actually... Ah, there it is in the backpack just coming out. A little bit missed timing there, perhaps. Standing around for a couple of seconds. This is more time that you're off the map for the most part, and this ward might have even caught that. I'm not 100% sure. But new beginning, they had enough information to go on to know, hey, something's amiss. They've been missing for quite a while. Ferocious here might still be dropping down. Smoke will break, the hook shot. Take down, there it is. Now finds the angle as the creep dies, they just blow up. The Venomancer before he can even get a chance to pop the ultimate. Was coming up cooldown just now. I'll finish off the tower too. Glimpse back in the Stag Storm onto Clockwork. He'll be very happy to tank that, but doesn't even die to this. No further follow-up here, apart from a 1 point up in the Fire Blast. Now the Arcane Curse. John following up here. A couple of right clicks with the rockets. Joshing guys. Not committing too hard. Just make sure that the supports do not stick around too long. But the downside is anti-mage. Doing anti-mage things up in the top lane. Even if they would lose a tier 2 tower, which doesn't even look like they will, gonna take equal damage up top, and yeah, keep them. They want to have none of that. Let's respond to it immediately. That's what it came for. Core kill. Don't lose a hero, get a tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gold remains.
Oh. Play hard, yeah.
Who's stocks there?
Probably for the best backing off there. One for Rune might just be run down. At the same time, he's pretty decently tanky at this point. He's going for the pipe build-up. It's an absolute necessity up against the Venomancer. So wouldn't be too surprised to see a secondary one eventually. Or perhaps even a Silencer if Ori can somehow manage to make that farm happen, but might also want to go towards a Glimmer Cape or a 4-staff, so plenty of utility items these supports can look towards. And Chuan, not going for a quick Cypher or anything, instead has the classic Orchid, so it's still a good item this game, obviously against the Ogre, the Disruptor, even the Venomancer, just being able to blow them up a little bit quickly. Not gonna have a huge timing against the Anti-Mage though. He's about to finish up his Meta Star, another 1300 gold or so. So when he has that sounds will not really be something that he cares about. But Venomancer for now still does. But speaking of silence, there it is. Disruptor ultimate now together with the Poison Nova. Geek fan, they have to back off here. Couple of TPs out, they still get the kill on Venomancer with a +2 on Ollie, glimpse back and play hard. So once again, the Clockwork will be the casualty eventually here. Now the Connectville even catches up the Silencer. So, both will fall. Again, in exchange for the Venomancer, but also in exchange for some free damage up top. Yamate pushing the creep wave all the way out to the tier 3 tower. Catapult is in the middle. Gonna get a few hits off here. And overall, you can't help but conclude this is going in favor of NewBegin. Venomancer is playing the sacrificial hero, but he's still sitting at a pretty decent net worth. He has that Midas going, he has the Hurricane Bag. And he's still doing things. So as long as he can get a few spells off in a fight, he'll have an impact. And his job is not to be the ultimate carry, that's Yamate's job. He's the anti-mage. Still 15s, -2 seconds in a blink cooldown. Down to 4 now in total. About to have the Manta style after it's taken in for a little bit. Macho look for pickup before that happens. At the very least, he'll be soaking some experience. Don't think he can solo kill Yamate at this point. He's gonna try, and well, he's not solo. The silence just before the Manta style can come out, and they quickly blow him up with a glimpse back. And now, okay, just walking out of the kinetic field though. Not fast enough. John actually blinking back in with the toss. Yeah, they want to go for this. Stun comes through, Static Storm as well, on the kinetic field to follow now. Play hard to try and control the Venomancer, but, well, once again, this time it's the Queen of Pain caught in the middle of that. Much more tanky now. Scambaloo, the rest of Geek Fam finally coming in. Link will be the casualty, more than likely here with another toss. Another -2. Freeze the one finishing him off. NJ barely able to get out of there. Again, Geek Fam, forced to be reckoned with, even with Yamate doing so well. It was just short of Manta style, like he just needed to basically wait for a couple of seconds near the secret shop, wait for the money to tick in, or even farm these noodle camps. I don't know if he already did that or not at the time. See one of these last hits? I don't know. NJ actually coming in, they want some revenge. Ollie might be an easy target here unless they want to turn around. They do indeed. Silence of Mental Stone Gates, but there's a Mental Stealth Medusa Zone. Now, actually turning this around, the Cogs on 2. Anti-Mage forced to blink out, and there's the toss onto the Cogs. That's backfired very fast in the beginning.
Tis mine.
But yeah, Anti-Mage now is the Mental Style, so this same kind of kill shouldn't really be possible. Because part of the reason that was possible again was because of that Orchid silencing up the Anti-Mage. He had no way to dispel it, so he couldn't blink out. What was supposed to happen again? Roshan though, well, Geek Fam. A good position play out up on the top side. Keeping an eye on things. Be able to secure that without contest. Alright. So. Geek Fam. They've hit their timing really well. Kinda crazy how one single kill can lead to this much, right? I mean, led to a follow-up team fight now. They hook shot onto Venomancer. Cox, I think he tried to go for the pushback. Hurricane Pike will get him out of it though, and March, still being slowed down, does get the combo off. Ferociously, I think he realizes that he just needs to set up for the Anti-Mage. Coming through onto March, the ultimate is available. Not quite enough damage, not the biggest mana pool in this tiny.
Dire's
But a kill's a kill regardless.
being denied.
House been denied as they try to get out of there. NJ still looking for more targets, so he can fly across. But Geek fam already far enough away. Maybe. Grim's back actually provides the vision into static field and kinetic. Yeah, static storm and kinetic field, that is the right words. And Scamolo continue to fight here. He has Vanta, he has Stone Gaze and the edges, so he doesn't really care at all, despite two of his team already in the grave. And now Ling actually isolated himself a little bit from the rest of his team. There's Hookshot available to play out in case they need it for now. Well, gets a rune deny at least, so that's something. That'll be a free one for Chuan. Bit of a setback there for Geek fam, with the Tiny going down in particular. Very awkward position there to go on the Venomancer. Clockwork didn't quite get the pushback because he had to like weave through the trees. With a pushback control into the combo from Tiny immediately. Maybe they get that kill before he can get his spells off. At the very least, they're in a better position to then retreat towards the tower and towards the rest of the team. And respond to the Anti-Mage. Albert in the works for Venomancer. Like that decision. Some ways of controlling up the Medusa, and that's something that you cannot get rid of with the spells. Alright. Still though, it is a Medusa with Aegis, let's not underestimate that. It's also Medusa with 18k net worth. Dragonlance, Lincoln's Man Style, mostly defensive items. Butterfly also kind of fit in that bill. Queued up next, but obviously a very hybrid item. Does provide you with a lot of DPS on agility heroes in particular. Aegis, still have 2 minutes left on it, so he just came to tier 2. You can still try and find a high ground timing window with that. And be that they don't want to sit on their asses. You're in the jungle for the time being. Again, there's just a bunch of Heaven Knight Stalker, even Venomancer. I was talking about the vision earlier. Needs to use his Midas though, which is a different issue. Talking about the vision earlier, obviously also with the ward spam, you're able to maintain quite a bit of extra vision with that. Alright. That is the high ground push that we were looking for. Link out from Tiny, so try and dodge the Ignite. Link, well, pops the Lincolns. But again, Scambaloo, he doesn't care. He knows that the age is about to expire anyway. Static Storm, he's tanking that up too. He's very happy with buying. Now, in the backlines coming in, NJ trying to do something here. Didn't quite get the kill. Yamate is sending the Lutens forward. And now, there's the Stone Gaze. We'll get rid of those. And yeah, looks like EFAM will just be able to muscle down to see if we tower. Do they want to go for more? Apparently not. Not that Aegis, they don't feel comfortable enough. Pretty much everything was still available for NV, but oh, nicely done. Play hard. Trying to TP out now, but okay, there's still enough cancels. But hey, it was a bait! Global Silence coming through, March with the combo. Venomancer almost dead here. The Tree Toss will be the one to finish him off. Geek fam with the next level plays here. Clockwork with a defensive hookshot and TP out. Oh yeah, guys, we're leaving. Come and get us. Pick us off. But no, it wasn't debated. Buyback forced out. Almost the melee Rex down to half health, but now play hard with the Cox on front lines. Ah, the glimpse back on the high ground from Medusa. This is a really big kill though. This is Raptor play. On point, time and time again, and well, Ollie at least he'll be able to TP out. Geek fam, they made that attempt. Almost worked out. But, well. Glimpse, hell of a drug, without that Aegis, without a BKB especially. Against all of this mana burn. It's, not ideal. All of this damage is also gonna be healed up. Right. I have a feeling that in-game audio might be a little bit too low. So while there's a bit of a lull in the action, I'm gonna try to
Tis mine.
a little bit more of that. Okay, what? Well, the action, never mind. As I say that, March just finds solo kill on Disruptor. Alright. That works. Speaking of Disruptor, though, still 100 gold off of that Aghanim Scepter, and not like there are many BKBs coming out apart from the one on Queen of Pain, but that's a very important one to try and bring that, try and disable inside the Static Storm. There's another thing for Geek to play around. Level of tools, don't get me wrong. Right? They also looking for that scythe now on Queen of Pain. They'll have Medusa, one of the best late game heroes, and Gamblu taking strides towards that butterfly. But at this point, I wonder if you want to start saving up for buyback or not. As long as we can keep the lanes at the same time. In the beginning, at this point, they can farm up pretty fast. And push out lanes pretty fast too, just because of Yamate. This King Ghana now here. Blink, toss back into Scambaloo. No blink available for Yamate, but global silence. Well, the Mana Stone's already been used, so that'll silence. It's gonna keep him there for a little bit longer and take out from the last word. Very well executed gank there from Geek fam. Waiting out that Manta style and popping that global for a very important kill, and well, they might even be able to force out a buyback here. NJ still up and on top lane. Daytime in a couple of seconds. There's a Night Stalk ultimate available, and now he comes straight towards the middle lane. This Mirror are filled up completely, so now yeah, there it is. Buyback now. Get the hell out, but the spell's already been committed onto Medusa, muted and everything, but March coming from the side here. Nice little Sonic Wave happened. Definitely everyone safe for the hook shot, but Yamate just going ham with an ultimate on the silencer. The supports die, but Geek fam still have a lot of work to do. Juan silenced up here as Yamate follows him down. March trying to stay alive with the Invis. They have no attack shot ready here by the looks of it. March, yeah, he's actually dodging up to the high ground, but yeah, they did figure that out. Flying across. And eventually the Tiny will be tracked down as well. 4 for 2 trade with a buyback forced out at least on the Intermage. The Geek fam, at the very least, they get a hefty price out of that. Intermage dies again in a similar fashion. Then Geek fam's in a position where they can probably just win the game if he doesn't buy back. Because, as I mentioned before, the rest of the team, it's not really big damage deals at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, Venomancer is still doing a decent amount, but he's lack of his damage talent kind of hurt him in the right-click department. None of the other heroes can really do too much. Then you basically have to rely on the Axe Static Storm to get any kill without the Intermage. Speaking of AM, he also got the Lincolns. This game, probably alright. We'd probably like to reflect the Mystic Snake or something from an Aghanim Scepter, but there's a lot of discussion about the spell versus about this Lincoln Sphere versus the Axe. But get the extra region, get the extra attributes. Don't have that extra bit of damage anymore that Lincoln's used to give. Anti-Mage going even more defensively now with that BKB. Where's the side from Juan? Not close, that's a problem. Juan falling off in terms of net worth this much means that he's nowhere near that Cypher Vice. It's another enough for the ultimate orb essentially. With that, maybe could have gotten that kill despite the BKB, despite the Lincolns. And it depends on how quick you are with your fingers. Probably shift Q Orchid and then Scythe after the blink. That'll do the trick. But yeah, smoke rotation into Scambaloo. He's just gonna get gone on global signs to try and turn things around a little bit. And well, Mana Shield going, hook shot in. Trying to play this out here. Ferocious here with the ultimate. Yamate showing off that BKB, but a Stone Gaze means that he's actually turning into stone. A couple right clicks here. It's a lot of damage on the Yamate. Almost brought down by the ultimate from Juan. The toss to follow. But another blink out. They will not find the kill. At the very least, they prevent the one on to the Medusa. And well, they'll get NJ. Ollie. You went for the plus 90 GPM rather than a plus 210 and still level 15, so... Interesting choice. Much more reliable though, I guess. And don't get a lot of mileage out of the insta-steal from a support position. Don't need the damage really either in this game, I don't think. Yeah, man. Good reactions from Scambaloo. Oh. Not even Scambaloo, but Ollie just making the decision. Alright, it's up to global science. We can take this fight. Medusa is pretty damn tanky, even without Scotties or anything. So he does survive the Static Storm with the help of the Mana Shield. Does have enough mana left over to follow up with the Stone Gaze. The Anti-Mage actually turned himself into stone there. He wanted to come in, Yamate, he wanted to do some damage there, but being turned into stone means that he almost died. Well, back to physical damage in Tiny. Like, if he hadn't been nerfed in that regard, he would have probably died. It was very low health after that Sonic Wave landed as well. So, very scary prospect if you allow that to happen. It stands now Aegis and Cheese, and also more importantly, Queen of Pain, much closer to that sacrifice that we were talking about. Still 3.5 minutes or so on the buyback timer for the Anti-Mage. STP stand here. We have a smoke on Ollie. They do indeed.
Fit for a queen.
Arch already starting to scout ahead with the Shadow Blade. Also do a few people. NJ, Ling, they're baiting out a little bit. But yeah, okay, I think they... Yeah, they scouted out play hard as well. They don't know if that something's up. NewBegin, they're just protecting Yamate at this point. Can't even blame them, honestly. Full on 4 Protect 1. Truest sense of the word. Despite everything. It's still grab the top shrine for free, essentially. It's just a matter of pushing out these lanes. Bottom lane being taken care of now by the Radiant side. Top lane, there was some Anti-Mage illusions for a while. And Geek actually missing the secondary creep wave, so they'll push a little bit further unless they respond to it, and yeah, they draw the line. Draw many lines, actually. Can I push it out with the Rocket Flare? Eventually that'll turn into their favor.
Coin for me.
It's just feeding illusions at this point. It's 50 a pop, so it's actually significant. If you keep doing that, also with the blink illusions, like leave a lot of those farm up and down. They're just gonna go again, just like last time when they hook shot onto Ling, might just get brought down and committing everything onto Medusa. Global Science to turn things around. That's the Aegis. Cheese swap back into the inventory, so has an extra life even beyond that. Ultimate onto play art, doesn't have the highest mana pool, so it doesn't actually do a lot of damage. Will even stay alive here now. March will toss back onto the Disruptor. He'll be right-click down. That's the exchange. 1 kill for the Aegis. Rax still standing. Look how much longer it is available now. Another 5 seconds or so. 4 stuff forward. Top of the stun, top of the disarm, 4 stuff back. These are no glimpses here of Disruptor off the field, but now. No. Can they toss him? No, they cannot. But now the Hex up. Juan just controlling him to secure the Rax, and that's what they were looking for. Scambaloo eats a cheese now. Continue to fight. Well, sounds disarmed again. 2 halberds here on the field. Venomancer and Night Stalker, both having one up against Medusa. But Geek, they got what they came for. Use the Aegis, they got a Rax. Problem is, in this game, that's not nearly going to be enough to really win in the game. Not against an Anti-Mage. Alright, Aegis and Cheese used as well, so I don't know that they'll feel comfortable going again until they have the next set. But you'll also have Refresher Shot for perhaps double Global Silence. I do not agree with the usage of the Global Silence in that particular instance, because Ollie used it just while they were committing heavily on the Aegis. I feel like if they a little bit later, but at the same time they also wanted to go in on Tiny and give him the covering fire to make sure that he can make a kill trade happen. I don't know. Not the classic way that you would want to run things. I mean, especially if NewBeginning's playing into your hands like that. I mean, you have Aegis, you want them to commit these big spells on you like that. And at this point, with the Aghanim static, the Aghanim Scepter Static Storm is the biggest spell that NewBeginning have right now.
Boom! There it goes.
Yeah. Volgraf up to about 10k for the first time this game for them. We expect to 10k.
Incoming.
Actually brought back down to the 0 line. Kind of fun to see this kind of thing. It's all about the anti-mage though. It's the story of the game. Yamate has to put his entire team on his back at this point. Global Silence though in the back to find Silencer. They find Disruptor, sorry. With the Silencer as well as the Clocker. Not quite enough damage between the two of them to bring him down though. Yamate joining the party. Now the Silencer on the Queen of Pain. Does have the BKB to pop. They want to turn things around a little bit further, but yeah, looks like they made the call. Alright guys, let's get out of here. Messed up. We done goofed. Ollie next on the list. Let's try and TP out with the Invis. They have the sentry down. Okay. Double kill for Yamate. That's an issue. March. Okay. Up the smoke to try and detect him inside the trees, but a little bit further down south. John was a little bit late to the party there. He comes in with a Sonic Wave or just a couple of extra screen pains. They get the kill on Disruptor and the beginning don't feel comfortable continuing that fight, but as it stands. And a couple of good kills.
Regeneration.
Edge now with a Monkey King bar up against this Butterfly. Now 5k gold. He's starting to run into slot issues though. Can turn the power treads into boots of travel, obviously. Can always go for a moonshot, but at this point, not even that much out of the tech speed. He has the Basher queued up instead, so at this point you can think about replacing the Lincoln here with that, or just the... It's a good question actually. Even the MKB. I don't know. Just picked up the MKB, so I don't think that you want to replace that immediately with the Basher Bezel. Well, it's back onto the Tiny. It's a really big kill. That's still a minute. That's not the longest cooldown. 60 seconds until it's back. It might even be able to force out a buyback without that. Lanes are not pushed out at all here for the Dicer. Juan is up top, but far away from the tower, and he also has to respond. Push mid. They need his control. They need his burst damage, even though it's falling off quite a bit. Last mid fight we saw a Sonic Wave on one of these mid fights. We saw a Sonic Wave from 4 heroes, but didn't seem to make the biggest of dents. Oh, the hook shot! I missed by play hard. Not the wolf. Not so much with the illusions there anyway, but now force something in. Just forcing out the BKB on Yamate. Play hard. Still very much alive for the Glimmer Cape now. Buyback forced out. But they're not getting anything off of this. They're trying, don't get me wrong. But NB, as soon as the buyback came, they're just on the run. But that is the Hex onto Night Stalker. They don't want to turn around, they're thinking about it. Missing follow-up control and damage hit Juan. Okay, BKB, but just blinked in. Now the Global Silence coming through. Follow-up, right clicks. Finally, should be able to bring down Night Stalker. He's so slow, forced up on Skembaloo. There it is, Juan, with one more blink. Now Yamate, well, don't turn yourself into stone. Meanwhile, the supports, as well as Ferocious Seer, battling. But now, once again, the Static Storm. Don't want to do so. It's tanky enough to withstand that, though, without the Anti-Mage waiting away. And now, well, speaking of the Anti-Mage, hexed up here in the middle of that. And now, follow-up control with the Avalanche and bring him down. Triple kill for Chuan. Holding onto the Sonic Wave just in the end. NJ even bought back for this, didn't he? Yeah. Pops the ultimate, trying to get away. No more mana here for the Tiny, but Chuan, he's not done just yet. But the fear of God into him, that's one thing that I haven't talked about just yet, but obviously it's the one good thing about the Queen of Pain ever since they added that talent. You have a way to lock people down through Liquid Sphere even. Very easily. Blink, scream, and then you have 1.5 seconds to do whatever you want with the Anti-Mage. I don't believe it peeves BKB, so if it's that going, that's something else, but just a normal game normal initiation, blink screen. Then you have all the time in the world to press Orchid, to press Hex, wait for the rest of your team to come in, and well, anti-mage being down in that fight means that NewBegin, no chance in hell of continuing to take that. Now, won't buy back for those range racks, it's kind of silly.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Geek fan, they don't feel comfortable pushing in without a creeper on the other lanes. You know, I probably could have tanked up the tower a little bit, but Medusa low on mana. I want to go get Aegis instead. Been long enough. Aegis, cheese, and refresher shot. This might be the thing that Geek fan really make good use of, especially with the global silence on the field. Well, global silence. Alright, at this point, time to counter it out. Right. Some of these heroes anyway. Venomancer, Night Stalker. One of the supports actually itemized against the global silence, so it's even super effective still. If you're just looking for the anti-mage, you have 2 ways to dispel it, so it might not be enough, but you also need the man style for DPS. There's other sources of silence here with the Orchid that you and whatnots you have to look out for. Double global silence would have potentially been devastating for the anti-mage in particular, but look for damage instead. They get the refresh shot over to the Queen of Pain. So I guess it's a similar idea, right? If the anti-mage is the only one that you're worried about, well, really with the global silence, everyone else is affected by the first one anyway. Then you might as well give that refresher shot to the Queen of Pain, so you have double Sonic Wave, but more importantly, double BKB, double Scythe, double Orchid, I guess, as well. Yeah. And again, we've seen this a couple of times. Aegis, walk up to high ground, they also have double Catapult. And Hex, Halberd, everything being thrown on Skimble to try and delay this right click. There's another Halberd available in a second. Pop the hookshot in, actually misses. Onto a creeper, play hard, needs a little bit of help. Yamate just blinking on top of him. Now, Skimble popping an ultimate. Still lose the clockwork though. And okay, what is this? NJ in the side. If he dies, he is not coming back. He bought back a little bit earlier, Skimble. Alright, that is a big mana void. Only hitting in him though. The rest is Geek fan. Don't know much alive here. Now, Juan, global silence comes out afterwards, but the BKB used from Yamate will keep him alive for a couple of seconds, but BKB's at the same time on Medusa this time. And Queen of Pain. A lot of damage being done. Glimpse back on Ollie. He will die.
The silence is broken.
Geek fan, they don't quite find the right angle that they were looking for. They're well spaced out here and just down to Medusa being up on the high ground. The rest of the team on the slow ground here. It's very awkward to just walk up like this and try and help out when you die with the Aegis there. Also clockwork down like he did. Didn't quite help. Not sure if he was on the wrong direction or something. I don't know.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Lincoln Sphere also done on the Chuan. Should have enough plus buyback. Yeah, just enough. Right. Refresher Heart's still available though. So is the cheese, I believe. Yeah, Tiny can give that over to Skembaloo, possibly. We'll finish up an MKB, so he's having slot issues too. Fine. Work against the Talbot evasion if nothing else. It's one of these games, guys. Medusa versus Anti-Mage. That Geek Fam also have a Tiny as well as a Queen of Pain to do damage in the late game. This is where we're at right now, 50 minutes in. Everyone's having all the items that they want. And it's really coming down to who initiates, who has the Aegis advantage, who finds the control on these core heroes. Again, from NewBegin, it's all on this anti-mage, and these kind of situations he's actually falling off as a carry, honestly. I mean, he has a big power spike around like 30-40 minutes, depending on when he gets his items, but in the ultra late game with more and more things that he has to worry about, like all the Lincoln Spheres coming through, like Pop can even throw an extra one up on the Medusa here when the mana vault can come out, so
Coin for me.
that might be wasted. That's something that you have to worry about. You have the global silence, you have the Hex, the Orchid. You have to make sure to space out your BKB and your Manta style properly, and you... I think Conceal also protects you against some of that. It's not an easy game for him at this point. How about in terms of level 25s? That's the second one of Void cooldown, so it makes sense in this game, not a whole lot of spell damage to block here, only from the Queen of Pain. Majority of her is pure damage at this point anyway. Battle Monster with the Plague Wards, one would imagine, yep. That's another thing, very hard to fight into high ground with that. We saw the top two. There's a giant wall of Plague Wards here that they couldn't get rid of.
Do it with flair.
Taking way too long. Medusa Split Shot uses modifiers. So the only modifier that you have right now is the MKB, so not the greatest for now. But then again, it's probably still better than this +7 Split Shot target. You don't really need to make use of that. Tiny with the toss. Avalanche cooldown actually, and in this game, actually do agree with that. Normally people tend to go for the toss charges. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just tossing people about, but it doesn't toss spell immune units anymore. We'd rather have that more frequent lockdown against the anti-mage when he doesn't have the BKB.
Worthy tribute.
Pain, we talked about the fear. Night Stalker next on the list will hit level 25, and it'll be...
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Good question. Maybe even that the attack speed is to try and turn into a bit of an extra damage delay. He's hitting for a good amount actually. About 300 hook shot. Oh, okay, that'll miss. Don't smoked up, they were looking for a free pick here, but now Ling actually walking into them. Gets the stun up on Ollie. That's the entire rest of the team here. Follow control onto NJ. He's flying. That's a flying pig. That's a dead pig. Double damage as well on Medusa, on top of a moonshot, so he's pretty damn farmed to say the least. Take a look at buyback status. Hey, what? Okay, it was loot.
And it's off.
Night Stalker doesn't have it. Neither does Ling, so if he gets picked off, none of them will come back. Mage didn't has it back available now. What's in the March here is no mana, but obviously 700 mana pool. Not a big mana void, but still plenty of ashes here and right clicks to bring him down, so that's a big kill. Now the hookshot again missing. The BKB charge falls on Yamato, and that's down to 5 seconds. They will lose their Tiny. They'll also lose their Axe even, that's they've been working on as well. It was a little bit early, I believe. Yeah. Okay.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Just one of these games. It's only game number 1. Hook shot, again.
Dire's top shrine
Slightly off the mark.
has fallen.
He lands the hook shot. Maybe Chuan gets close enough for the blink scream. I didn't have the scythe anyway, I think he used it in illusion or something. Pop the refresher shot, I guess, but yeah.
Tis mine.
Would have been worth it for sure. Get that kill and battle across the map. Just get another Roshan. We'll respawn in 30 seconds. 35. It's gonna be a big question now if NB can actually be the ones to secure. Tiny's still down for 30. So it'll line up quite nicely with when Roshan will actually spawn. So Geek gets lucky in that regard. That's not an even faster respawn, but right now, they're not in position about this pit. NB though, they are. Working across. Let's set up Observer Central Worlds though. So if they go back from the smoke, they'll be able to see them, but they're wrapping all the way around. Oh, I might find Scambaloo here. Keep up on the high ground here. Limited vision from Night Stalker, they're gonna go, but there's the hookshot to follow. MB still alive, now Global Silence, popping the shrine. Yamate trying to bring down that Medusa, but there it is. The Lincoln Sphere is too strong, and now he has to abandon the push. He has to abandon the fight. Now, Hexed up here onto Anti-Mage, keeping him away, if
Dire's
nothing else.
bottom shrine is under
While they're trying to finish up a few more. Did bring down Disruptor, Ling into the side, trying to peep you out on a vision. Should be fine. I actually saw him or not, but yeah. Only losers Raptor is actually quite respectable. I think the way it started, but I believe that must have been an actual Lincoln from Chuan that has been popped. No way you make that mistake without that. Not in this span of time. Well, that is another hook shot, and back to the Night Stalker. Hex up though, onto the Clockwork. Didn't have enough damage for this guy. The fear bring him back a little bit closer into it, but now Yamate with the bash, with the Abyssal Blade here, onto the Queen of Pain, doesn't get the blink out. Yamate is going ham, and now next one on the list is the Clockwork. Play hard will fall, double kill for the anti-mage. Yamlu still in the middle of that. The barbecues, they realize Roshan's back up. Yamlu starting to work away against these wards. You do have the extra range, so please don't get annoyed by them while you're taking care of them, but at the same time, it's harder and harder. Mage actually, yeah, he's so slot starved right now. 42k net worth, but like what, 5k of that net worth is actually sitting in his backpack right now, just slotting in the BKB and the boots of travel as needed. Geek fan. If they can get another Aegis cheese, maybe that'll be enough to put them over the edge, especially with the buyback. Actually, not available for anti-mage. Not that they know that. It could be potentially devastating here for anti-mage.
Invisibility.
1600, 1700 reliable gold. Now it's starting to have solos again. Alright, all good. It's all good, guys. That with the invis, NB and actually going into Roche. Ferocious here at this point. Not to work away together with the wards, rocket flare. Let's scout it out. I'm gonna take him back in. So it's Aegis Cheese and another refresher shot. This time though, in the hands of NB, unless Clockwork can make some big plays. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen Clockwork attempt that, but not this time. He doesn't have buyback, he used it a little bit earlier. That last attempt around the fighting around the Roshan pit. We're just gonna have to let's go Aegis in the hands of Ferocious here. This is Skadi now. Bloodthorn. He's a force to be reckoned with too, as well as this utility. I mean, we're at the late game Dota. Item ultimate about to end. It's until night, but 40 seconds till the next ultimate, so. And that's the other thing. Night Stalkers these days, they don't often go back for the Agnums, but in this game it can be a game changer. So having that available. I think that unobstructed vision during nighttime. No way for Geek Fam to sneak up apart from smokes.
Illusion.
Slowly but surely you get the sense that NB might be able to pull this out. Again, Yamate hasn't really died in these last couple of fights. And the mana burns loud. Or at least all the way heard in the middle lane. But yeah. There's really no other way to say this. Like, both teams can win. Consequently, both teams can lose. It can hinge on a single team fight at this point. There's still Cheese and Tiny. Still, oh no, the Refresher Shot was used on Queen of Pain. So you have Refresher Shot on Disruptor. Double Static Storm with the Axe. Potentially deadly too. Also have that Aegis to work with. Someone's probably can't get you. Oh. Yeah. That is NJ. Geek Farm now. I have no choice but to try and wait this out. All the lanes are being pushed in. And again, you can't really take a fight with the Aegis. It's way too scary at this point. Buybacks available from everyone apart from Clockwork. At least you have that to work with. But at this point, you're daring NB to go into you, try and overextend themselves a little bit with that anti-mage. you kill him, he might still decide to just buy back and TP in, depending on the situation. I feel like they can end the game. They have to. He has 2 lives with that. That's with the travel level 2, obviously, with all the money he's been saving up. Going for a fresher orb as well. Because why not? Double BKB, double Manta, double Abyssal. Alright, that is gonna go. Commit on a tiny hookshot, try and buy us a little bit more time, but just hookshots into the static storm. Global Silence coming through, try and buy some more time. At the same time, BKB, but some also Medusa, it cannot actually deal any damage. Tiny biting back immediately, now the hacks up onto Doga Magi. Who's still sitting up front. They're low on health and mana though, has to fall back to base, but Ollie, well, he's left to his own devices. All is okay much with the avalanche, but he's being blown up by the Mana Void regardless. He bites back again. No Global Silence though, and almost Silence though on a Night Stalker, and Yamate coming back in though, on top of that Medusa. Second Static Storm in this fight. Yamate doesn't have another Mana Void to work with. And that's another buyback here. Ferocious here. They claim the Aegis. That's the only casualty that they've had so far. The hacks, well, he'll die second time. Now the avalanche, well, hits on 2. NJ will not actually fall to that. Chuan will come through to make sure that happens. They'll also be able to track down Ling if they have some sort of interrupt. They do not actually. Okay. Gets the TP out. Alright, so 4 buybacks used, didn't get 2 kills plus the Aegis. Still lose the racks. It's not a good defense for Geek fam. At least they do reclaim the gem, but at this point, don't think Aegis has any problems just buying one for his team. They'll finish up the refresher orbs if they might. So it's started off with this pick up on a tiny. It was a bit annoying to say the least for him. And if it wasn't for a refresher shot, this fight doesn't happen either, because that second Static Storm was also quite significant. But pretty much anyone you kill now on the side of Geek fam will stay dead, apart from the Queen of Pain. And yeah, alright, they just say, let's do it. 4 for 1, get 1 tier 4, the Hex coming through. Hex, now Yamate coming through as well with the BKB on BKB action. Okay, that is the Toss Avalanche combo, setting up for a couple more kills. Buybacks galore as they tick in, but there's no Venom answer, and the Agent is actually in a lot of trouble. Skembalu. No Halberds, anything on top of him right now to deal with that. So he's right-clicking away. The Glyph will delay a little bit more. Yamate has to go in, but it is all over. He just have too much damage. Geek fam. Again with this kind of a victory. You just say, alright guys, enough is enough. We've had enough fun, let's just win. Or, okay, that explains it. That explains a lot of things. Didn't actually see that picked up.